Hi Gemini, welcome to Lightsageintuitive, or welcome back if you're one of my returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. I appreciate you so much more than you can know. I'm going to be doing a general reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It is for anyone else who feels drawn to watch this video, because that's how it works, right guys? I am going to start with it is a general reading, so I'm not going to be looking for anything specific, but I will talk about whatever it is I see in the cards. I'm going to start with some oracle cards. I'll get some clarification with some more oracle cards, and then I will get into the tarot. So let's take a look, Gemini, what is going on in your world. I feel like probably a lot. We did just have the full moon in Gemini yesterday, day before, in the last day or so. Partial lunar eclipse. I feel like it's something that has been significant for you. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like when things happen in our own signs, we either feel them more profoundly than others, or we're not as influenced by them as others are. So I don't know. What was your story? Did you feel it? Was it not a big deal? Make things better? Make things harder? I don't know. All right, Gemini. What's going on? What do we need to talk about? What messages, guidance, clarity? What does Spirit have for you, Gemini? What do you need to talk about? Let's see. Okay. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please. Okay. Oh, wow. One more card for Gemini, please. Okay. One more, please. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I will go ahead and start talking about those. The first one is manifestation, and the second one is home. Manifestation, this isn't a tarot deck, but it is the card for the Magician, which is the card of Gemini. That's you. You're very much the master manifester of the zodiac. I feel like you're working on manifesting something that has to do with your home. Either you're trying to manifest a new home for yourself, or you're trying to manifest a situation where you feel like you are at home. Something that has to do with your feeling or sense of comfort and abundance, being cared for, nurtured, protected. That's very much what home means. I don't know why another card's not coming out for you guys. I'm going to take that one. Compassion. Okay. Manifestation, home, and compassion. So, like I said, I feel like you are working on manifesting something that has to do with your stability and security. Home is where the heart is. Home is where we feel safe, where we can let down our guards. I feel like you're working on creating that space for yourself, or finding that situation, maybe finding or reconnecting with a soul family, people who make you feel like you're at home. With compassion, I don't know, Gemini, I feel like either you are being asked or guided to be more compassionate for those around you. Maybe you've been so focused on what you're working on that you haven't been paying attention to or aware of the needs of those around you. Or it could be that you're being asked to be more compassionate with yourself. I feel like you're very driven in this, and that you need to look at your heart, at your hurts, at where you need some tender, loving care. And that could be why you are working on manifesting this home, or manifesting this feeling of home. But we'll take a look at some additional oracle cards and see what else comes. But I do see you hard at work, and look at that big, huge full moon there. I feel like some of you definitely could work with the cycles of the moon, do moon magic, and just manifesting on the moons. I will say typically, because it was an eclipse, it's not really a good time to manifest, but this particular eclipses are about releasing things that need to be released in our lives. This particular eclipse is more about releasing beliefs, releasing things that we've been holding on to emotionally, things that no longer serve us or need to be reevaluated. So, which very much could have to do with releasing your perception of what home is up until this point. I feel like you could have been doing a deep dive, looking at your concept of what that is and what that means to you. how you feel safe and secure, and releasing those things that no longer serve you. That could be what you have been manifesting. I really do feel like some of you are about to get a new home, though. Okay. And I also feel like there could be a situation in your home life with a parent, a sibling, a child, a partner, where there is a need for more compassion. Either there's a need for them to be more compassionate with you, or for you to express more compassion to the situation with that person or those people, however that applies, or both. I mean, most definitely both. And I feel like if you extend more compassion, there will be more compassion extended to you. All right. Gemini, the twins. I love you guys so much. Okay. The Sea Witch. I love this card. It keeps coming out. Not coming out. It hasn't come out in any readings, but I keep seeing it when I'm either shuffling or cutting the deck or just putting it down. And I'm not always sure what I'm going to say about this, but the feeling I get from this is the Sea Witch, it's a child. She's magical. I feel like this is that part of yourself that is still, Geminis, you will always have that. Not to say that you are young or immature by any means, but there is something about Gemini that is, it's that like childlike wonder, that childlike excitement for life. There's something about Gemini that's always going to have that, I don't know, I want to say impish. Maybe that's not the right word, but there's something, you haven't lost your excitement. It's like no matter how difficult life has been or the experiences that you've had that could have jaded anyone else, it's like you never lose touch with that sense of magic and wonder and excitement in life. And I feel like that is probably a huge part of why you guys are the master manifestors, because it's that childlike belief in the impossible that makes it possible. I feel like you have a very magical nature. And you're just fun and excited. I feel like you are excited, and I also feel like you're a bit of a mischief maker. You like to kind of stir things up, all in good fun. But I feel like that you're approaching this in the right way, for sure. That's just what I'm feeling from that. Transformation. Yeah. You are transforming. You're working on manifesting transformation in your life. I feel like it is both spiritual and tangible. Like I said, I feel like many of you are getting a new home or transforming the structure of your home, how things have been, what you believe it is that makes you feel safe. You're working on transforming this. I feel like, although you still have this connection to this childlike wonder within you, I think you're realizing ways that life has made you to adult. And you're working on reconnecting with that and transforming that in your life. We have Sleeping Beauty's dream. Again, here is a home. I feel like this is very much what's on your mind. What is home to you? What does that mean to you? Those are what that means to you is what the focus is for you. You have a dream of what you want that to be, and how you're going to manifest that in your life. I feel like you literally dream about this. You could have received a dream that sparked this whole process for you. I am getting the message that there are some of you who are rewriting your story of home and family with more compassion. I feel like some of you may have had childhoods that were less than ideal. Don't we all have difficult experiences? But I do feel like some of you have had some childhoods that were not good. And you are working on rewriting your story for you. It's foundational. And I feel like you are applying more compassion, writing more compassion and understanding into your story, because home is our foundation. This is not a 4 card, but in the tarot, this reminds me of the 4 of Wands, which is the celebration. But the point being is that 4s are about stability and foundation, and home is very much the foundation of who we are, our childhood, our experiences, the love we did or didn't receive from our parents, the way we learned to love. That's the foundation of who we are and how we approach life. And I feel like you are going through a transformation, looking at your life, your childhood, how that foundation was built for you. And I feel like you are rewriting that because you know that that's not what it can be or even what it should be. And you are rewriting your own story. It's like you're going back in time to rewrite this for yourself, to rebuild yourself a different foundation that is more stable, more loving, more compassionate, and encouraging. Let me get one more card. Listen. I feel like you are highly intuitive at Gemini. I feel like you're like that I mean, all air signs I feel like have these like antenna just kind of connected, and like I'm an air sign as well. Like information, we just receive it. I feel like you are, with this card here, I feel like you are on the right path. You are doing the right thing. I feel a couple of things. One, I feel like someone could be coming into you to talk, to work through. It could be even a sibling. But someone is coming in who needs or wants advice from you or guidance. And I feel like you are being advised to listen to them with compassion. I don't know why I'm getting this, but I feel like there could be some things that are said or brought up in this conversation that are triggering for you, and that you need to just kind of stand back and listen more than you speak. You guys are great listeners. I don't think that's an issue for you, but to listen with compassion, both for yourself and for this person, but to pay attention to what you're hearing in this conversation, what messages you're getting, and those things that trigger you. Listen to them and try to understand for yourself with compassion why those things are triggering for you. I feel like this conversation with this person and approaching this with compassion, I feel like you're going to be able to help them heal some things. I feel like they came to you for guidance because they see you as very wise, and that you are going to be able to help them and provide them with guidance and to give them some tools to help their own healing. But I also feel like this process is going to provide healing for you and be a beneficial and necessary part of your transformation process as well. All right, let's take a look at the tarot, Gemini. What do we have for Gemini, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do we have for Gemini, Spirit? What guidance, clarity, confirmation? Just what messages do we have for Gemini today? Okay. Idolita of Fire. This is the Page of Wands. So I love that. Pages are students. I love that. It's a very natural place for Gemini to be. You guys are curious about the world. You want to understand everything. There's your minds are so quick, so fast, and so excited. And it's, to me, very much like that Page of Wands energy. The Page of Wands is, like I said, a student, but they are excited. There's this zest for life, and they want to go out and experience everything. There can be a bit of a flighty or flaky energy, but it's not malicious. It's just they're so excited. They want to do everything, and it's not possible for anyone to do everything. But so there are some things that get dropped, but you're very excited, you're very passionate, you're rearing to go. You want to go out, you want to manifest, you want to change things, and you want to make things happen. You got the energy for it. You're definitely in the right place. Or the right space, I should say, the right headspace. Or you're working on getting there. What else do we have for Gemini, please? Ten of Air, Ten of Swords. All right, the first thing I'll say is that this is the 10. And 10s are the end of cycles. So it's big. It's something that's been hard and long. In other cards, this is that person with the 10 swords stuck in their back. But the 10, I like to see it at the 10. You're still going through it at the 8 or the 9. At the 10, it's over. It's done. The wounding has been done. The rush, the push, the struggle is over. It's that point of recognizing that it's over, stopping for a moment, looking back over what you have been through, what each one of those swords is and what it represents for you, what thoughts, what experiences, what communication contributed to that sword in your back. And it's that opportunity to remove the swords and to heal and catch your breath. So I actually love this. I feel like you've been in a big push. I feel like there's been a lot of difficulty going on around you, but that is over. And you're at this point finally when you can catch your breath and begin to heal so that you can start a new journey. The High Priestess. The High Priestess is someone who is highly, highly intuitive, someone who's very spiritual, has a connection, someone who receives messages, intuitive hits, synchronicity signs. It's also someone who is, the High Priestess is secretive. I mean, she communicates when she decides to or she chooses to, but she knows everything, but she doesn't say everything. And I almost feel like this is here talking about this. Like, I feel like this person who's going to come in to you looking for advice or as an advisor or an attempt to communicate and begin to heal something, this is talking about listening. The High Priestess, like I said, she knows all, she hears all, she sees all, but she doesn't say everything. And I feel like this is that difficulty, this 10 of Swords. You're going to listen, you're going to take it all in, you're going to share what you feel is appropriate, but I feel like there's a lot that you're going to hold back. Maybe you recognize that giving all of the information is not going to be helpful or beneficial for this person. That it's more important for you to listen than to speak in this situation. And I feel like whether you get it from watching this tarot reading or however you receive that, intuitively you're going to know that that is the best course of action. 5 of Pentacles. This isn't. And I can't help but notice or point out that this is a home. Often the 5 of Pentacles is represented with a church. But it's feeling cut off, shut out, isolated, not having enough, lacking mindset. I feel a few things. I feel like there's something about your childhood home, something about it that left you with a feeling of not having enough, like the struggle to have your needs met, being cut off. Maybe you didn't get the emotional support that you needed. Maybe you struggled financially growing up and you have a lacking mindset connected with that. I feel like the first message I get is that you are intuitively understanding what it is that has contributed to that and how to begin to heal that. I also feel like somehow there has been a separation from community. It very much could be your family of origin, the family you have today, but there has been something that has happened that has caused this feeling of isolation or being cut off. Maybe something you did in your life caused your family to turn their back on you, but there is an opportunity for healing this coming in. To heal this coming in. And I feel like a huge part of it has to do with your understanding. You're beginning to truly understand on an intuitive and a spiritual level why it was the way it was, how that came to be, accepting it for what it was, accepting that doesn't have to be your story, even if that's what you lived. You can rewrite that for yourself. And I feel like you're working on healing that. All right, Gemini. We have the 8 of Swords. I'm not really happy to see this after already having the 10, but this is feeling trapped in your head, trapped, tied, and bound by your fears, your anxieties, not being able to see your way out of a situation. Can very much be what that card is, but I also feel like you're a Gemini. And the swords are air and intellect, but I feel like Gemini more than any other, the air signs more than any signs, but Gemini more than any of the air signs you are so mental, so in your head, so many thoughts, so many ideas, as talkative. I'm married to a Gemini. I am. And I love you. My dad was a Gemini. I love Geminis. I really, truly do. You're one of the few people who I feel like we can match wits with in conversation. But I feel like more than any of the air signs, you Gemini, your mind is so busy all the time. And as much as you communicate, I feel like what you communicate actually is not even 10% of what's going on in your mind at any given time. So busy, so busy, so busy all the time. And you're so capable to juggle all of those thoughts at once. I feel like this card, more than talking about having horrible negative thoughts chasing you down, it's just that your mind is so busy. I feel like you need to take some time out to quiet your mind. I feel like you need a little stillness in your thoughts. Maybe some meditation. Go do something physical. Go for a run. Go for a walk. Something. I mean, of course, your mind is still going to go, but you need to figure out a way to quiet your mind. I feel like there's something in that for you. I'm just getting this feeling that something about your intuition is going to be able to come through when you quiet your mind and listen. The World. End of a cycle, end of a chapter, something ending so that something new can begin. Can be this Eight of Swords, feeling trapped, tied, and confused by this situation, like you can't get away from it. That's what can be ending here for you. I do feel like that is what is ending here for you through this healing that's going to happen. Three of Swords. Heartache, loss. All right, so Three of Swords is definitely very, very painful card. I mean, it's this deep piercing wounds in the heart. The thing is that I don't see this coming up. I feel like this is the wounds, the piercing pains, the disappointments, the betrayals of your past that you, through this process, I feel like this is definitely going to be healing. There's something very big that has to do with your past and your home, your foundation, that is coming to light, that is being healed. But I also feel like through healing this, you're going to become aware of some other pains and heartaches that you have. Some of them because of this foundation. Some of them completely unrelated, but they're going to be triggered. Excuse me, it has been incredibly painful, but it's not a new wound. It's wounds that are there. And I feel like this process is making you aware of these wounds. And the beautiful thing about that is when we become aware of it and we acknowledge it, then true healing can begin. And I just feel like that's what's happening. I feel like what you have been trapped by or imprisoned by in your mind because of something from your past, your foundation, your roots, you're really truly beginning to heal this. You're really going to end that chapter and start a new one of healing so that you can move forward in your full power, connected with this inner child sea witch who is able to accomplish magic in ways we can't imagine. I love that. It's actually really exciting for you. I feel like part of this is for you to reconnect with that energy. We have the Five of Swords and the Chariot. Five of Swords is, of course you have all these swords, you're Gemini, you're an air sign, but it's another swords or air sign card. Five of Swords can be about conflict, difficulties, fighting. It's about winning at all costs. This deck, the Herb Crafter's Tarot, I for some reason, cannot see this card, at least this week, any other way than about looking back over the defeats and the victories in your life. Acknowledging, paying homage to those losses, those things that have been great, huge lessons for you in your life. You're choosing, even when you hadn't in the past, choosing to look at them and recognize the opportunities and the tools that they gave you for growth, giving yourself credit and acknowledging the effort that you put into, the hard work that you did to overcome those and turn them into strengths for yourself, as well as recognizing your victories. Really giving yourself credit, doing a very honest assessment of the experiences that you've had in your life and what they've taught you and how you've grown from them. Also, this card in this deck is white sage, so I think that you would benefit from burning some sage. Open some windows, burn some sage, take some time to think about those victories, let go of any negativity associated with it, and only hold on to those things that you have learned, those lessons, those good things, the positivity from those experiences, just to cleanse your space with white sage. And we have the Chariot, which is the card of Cancer. It doesn't have to be. This is about, I love this. I feel like when you get there, when you go through this, you release this, you do this healing, this chapter turns and you take this stock and assessment of your strengths and your weaknesses and how to move forward, where you've been and where you're going. Where you're going, like I said, the Chariot is about charging out of the gate. This is lightning fast movement forward. This only happens when you are balanced, when you are in alignment with yourself and your soul, when you have found the true balance between the light and the dark aspects of yourself, and you're able to steer the chariot, because there are no reins. It's all the self, the will that steers this chariot forward, and you can't do that when you're not balanced. You are, I feel like, we'll see what comes up. I feel like you are about to start a huge, new, very big, positive cycle in your life, Gemini, and you're charging towards it. And I feel like you are making this happen. You are seeing this, you're creating it, and you're seizing the opportunity. Let's see what else, Gem. All right, Two of Cups. This is called the soulmate card. Does not have to be romantic. This can be, soulmates can be a relationship between a parent and a child, siblings, best friends, colleagues. And not all soulmate relationships are positive, but I feel like no relationship can be positive every single moment of every single day, let's be honest. But I feel like there is love, and maybe it is romantic, maybe it is just love. Maybe you're expecting a child, or you meet someone on this path who is a best friend in a way that you never imagined you could have a best friend, the way you connect, that you click. But whoever this is, it's someone who's very significant, someone where there is a lot of love, a very balanced flow and understanding of each other. With these hummingbirds here, I feel like there's going to be a lot of joy, and that I feel like that is what is coming in for you. With the Idolita of Air, or Idolita, sorry. My husband's aunt's name is Idolita. And so, anyway. But Idolita of Air, which is the Page of Swords. So, absolutely. You're starting off on a new journey. There's something new that you are studying. I feel like these are two different things that could be connected. I mean, you could meet this person, this connection, through studies or something that you are looking into, gathering information on, or meeting this person could put you on a new path. But in both cases, I feel like you're going to find some emotional fulfillment and connections in your life that are deeply rooted within your soul. They're destined for you. It's necessary for your soul's growth. And I feel like this person or these people, whoever this is coming into your life in this Two of Cups, is truly going to feel like home, I think, for both of you. And I also feel like you have some very exciting new studies ahead of you, some things that you want to learn about that you are just going to delve into. And I know you love to hear that, Gemini. Anyway, I love this for you. This is amazing. I know that this is hard. I feel like, obviously you all are going to have different experiences, but it's been really hard, but it's been hard for a long time. This is stuff that's rooted in your foundational years, in your childhood, things that have affected you throughout your entire life. And what you are doing to work through this and release this is monumental and just freaking amazing. I mean, you're going to, huge changes. I feel like huge turn in your life, and so much opportunity for new growth, new discovery ahead of you. I love it. All right, Gemini, I hope that this resonated for you. And if so, if you made it this far, I assume that it did. But if this resonated, or if I resonated and you want to help me out, if you could please hit the thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. any of those things are free for you guys, and it helps my channel grow, and I depend on you for that, so I would really appreciate it. But otherwise, thank you so much for being here. I really do love spending this time. I'm out of breath. I don't know why. Really love spending this time with you, and I hope that I see you again. Until next time, love and light.